Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Punk Rock Radar. And today we are talking about Zebrahead, doing a Zebrahead tier list. If you don't know Zebrahead, they are kind of a pop punk, hip hop, nonstop, make your body rock band. And if you don't know what that means, in the very beginning, Zebrahead kind of did a little bit of hip hop funk fusion, added with kind of a grungier 90s kind of pop punk style. Later on, they just kind of become a pop punk band that has a hype man in the background yelling some random things. And we're going to talk about them today. It's been a tier list that's been on our list for a long time, and then setting this up has been the longest setup we've ever done. There's been so many delays. John's apartment flooded. Immortal Coil has a life, and I've been overworked with all sorts of on-calls and family emergencies, and so it's just been the most difficult time putting together the Zebrahead tier list, so I hope you guys can appreciate it. And of course, I'm joined here today by Mr. Punk Rock Radar John and Kyle Immortal Coil from the Discord. And guys, what did you think putting this together? How was your listening experience? Listening to Zebrahead for like 5 weeks. Are you hyped?
Yeah, I can start here. So I never knew Zebrahead up until John asked me to do this. So
that's awesome. That is good. You're an unbiased source, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm as fresh as they come here, I guess. And at first when I read
fresh
it
like
was
a
going to
tuna.
be just sure, like a tuna. But, yeah, when I read it was pop punk mixed with rap, I was like, this is going to be the worst band ever. Why would they take two of my least favorite genres and combine them? But you know what? It isn't all bad, and they surprised me. So
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll leave it at that. Yeah.
John, what you thinking?
Yeah, at first I was into it. I mean, I consider myself a Zebrahead fan, but like, I don't want to do any spoilers, but like midway through, it's like when you're on your fourth or fifth slice of pizza and you're like, okay, I kind of get it. I should probably stop. But we couldn't stop. We had to keep going until that pie was gone. So at the end, yeah, we'll see. We'll get there. But I like Zebrahead. I like the first couple anyway. But let's go. Let's get into it.
No spoilers. But the first record we're talking about here, I guess it's all up in the air of what is their first record, but we're just going to start with Waste of Mind because it's the most cohesive, kind of put together, real first record, I'd say. And the one previous to that is basically the same album, right? The yellow one. It's essentially a lot of the same songs. And they had something else, I think was an EP. But we're just going to start with this. And you know what? Let's just start with Immortal Coil Kyle, and let's see what he thinks of the first Zebrahead record. So,
okay. So yeah, as soon as I put this on, I was like, what is going on? It's like this chaotic rapping. It reminded me of like the rap in the Aquabats Pool Party song, if you guys are familiar with that.
Yeah.
Or like the
100%. Yeah.
Or the Walkie Talkie Man. But that actually came out after this, so maybe they inspired it. I don't know. But actually, I end up loving this album. This is probably what I'm gonna go back to the most.
It's pretty fun.
It reminds me a lot of like 311, but if they weren't like smoking pot, they were just doing like meth or something instead.
Just beers, dude. Just beers.
But yeah, I don't know. The first half is really good. I do like Jagoff and Time a lot. I think those were my highest rated.
Time's really good.
Album.
Yeah.
But
did you like Googylicious Vinyl?
Yeah, that's where I fell off at. Move On is not the greatest, and then Fly Days, I'm like, this is just whoa, and then Bootylicious Vinyl, horrible. So, anyways, this is going to my S tier.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Oh my god!
I respect it. I understand that though, just because there is kind of something like charming about this first record.
Yeah.
It's super corny. It's very goofy. I mean, we're Zebrahead is a pop punk band, but they're definitely not like a pop punk band that is making songs about like breakups or girls or like hard times as a teenager. They're kind of just like, we're gonna party. It's like hype shit. We're just like, it's college rock music, almost in a lot of ways. But this first record, it's got some charm to it. Check, which is on Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3. Get Back is really good.
Yeah.
This is some of the corniest rapping that you're gonna hear from the rapper Ali on this thing with some just absolutely bonkers lyrics, which we've talked about before. But just a few examples of some of his lyrics off of this thing is, "I got game like Kobe, act like you know me." It's like, it's like one of my favorites. It's just like, "I got game like Kobe, you know, who plays basketball. Basketball is a game. When you win a game of basketball, that's game. Act like you know me." It's just, you know, a lot of layers to all of the lyrics.
That was deep, man. That was deep.
It's like multiple. It's multiple angles you can take these things from. My favorite one off of this though is, he has a line, I forget which song it's from, but he goes, "Twisting up hip hop, running with my flip flops, past all the cops, just chilling in the donut shops." So I'm only imagining Ali running past a donut shop, like it is flip flops, just like smacking the pavement, and he's just tripping, holding like a ghetto blaster. And all the cops are just looking at him. What the fuck is this dude doing? So he's just running with his flip flops, twisting up hip hop. So I mean, it's super corny. But it's very fun, and I think oh my gosh, I just blanked on the singer's name now. Justin. Yeah, Justin, I think, does a great job. Justin, we'll talk about later. They've got a couple different vocalists. Is the best vocalist. I think he's the best when it comes to choruses. They're very catchy. I mean, all of these songs, these choruses will get stuck in your head. You know. So but I'm still think I'm gonna put this in the A tier. I'm gonna go A tier with this one. So, yeah. And John, what are you doing with this?
I'm gonna go right with you, Elliot, into the A tier. When we decided to do this, I was thinking this is probably like a B or a C, but man, I like Check, Get Back, Jag Off, Time. Like, I feel like those 4 songs are better than anything in my B, C, and D tier. And this is of all the albums, this one's like the most a product of the time. Like, this is the new metal heyday. Yeah. So this is like the most like hip hop, new metal-y album, like by far. And it's just like, it's always cool to kind of see where a band started and see how the sound evolved or didn't evolve. But yeah, Waste of Mind, I still listen to this every once in a while, like the songs I talked about anyway. But yeah, it falls off hardcore, right where Kyle said, like, Move On. Like, those last 3 songs are Jesus. But yeah, let's go A tier on what I also call the debut, Waste of Mind.
There we go. So we got 2 A's, 1 S from Kyle, and we're moving on to, I know, it's not that crazy, I'll say that, but we're moving on to Playmate of the Year, the second record by Zebrahead. And I think John is a huge fan of this one, so I'm going to have John start off with Playmate of the Year. What do you got to say?
This is my introduction to the band when I saw the Playmate of the Year video. And I've referenced it a few times, but I don't know where it is now. I haven't searched it in a long time, but I used to have it recorded. It was an uncensored version that was just like straight up softcore porn from from Hugh Hefner's mansion. It was like insane.
Young John.
Yeah.
Being way too excited watching the Zebrahead music.
That video was Girls Gone Wild before Girls Gone Wild. It was like absolutely insane. So of course I went to the store and I bought this record, and I honestly, I am Playmate of the Year, Now or Never, Wasted. Like, those first 4 are so good. And then Subtract You is good. In My Room, like, there's some bad songs, like Livin' Libido Loco is god awful.
Definitely. Yeah.
I'm Money actually was my AOL screen name. I was Pimp Ass Money was my AOL screen name.
That's insane. That's awesome.
So I lifted that from there. So this is my S tier album. Yeah, everybody look at me. I'm Pimp Ass Money. That's my favorite lyric from this record. It still holds up. I still think this is a super fun album. So let's slide it in the S tier.
Yeah, I'll go next here. And This was one I don't think I was as familiar with when I was younger, mostly because of the album cover. Like, it was very hard to like sneak this purchase past my parents. They're going to look at this album cover. Like, this and Heavy Petting Zoo were just records I just like was like, I'm not going to have till after high school. So
Yeah.
like, I can't justify and be like, oh no, there's no parental advisory sticker, so it's fine. Because they used to think that because Epitaph and Fat wouldn't have parental advisory stickers, only like the main, big studios would. So if it didn't have a parental advisory sticker, they just assumed it was fine. So I got away with having a lot of records they would not have approved of. But this is definitely not one I could slide by with this here. But yeah, like this to me, when I hear this, I think this is such a product of the time. This is the early 2000s. This is American Pie. I'm pretty sure some of these songs are even on some of these like kind of like boner stoner comedies from back in the day. But once again, this is kind of like Zebrahead's most original sound they have created here, with this really cool like funk rock stuff randomly with like, the hip hop stuff from Ali, and then like really fun pop punk vocals. I mean, there's not really anybody else who does this kind of thing. And they really, after this, I'd say kind of abandoned this sound. But this, I think, is honestly kind of, I agree with John, kind of peak Zebrahead. Like, Wasted is so good. What's Going On is like it's actually a really good song. It's insane. They cover a pretty dark topic, which is like date rape, which is insane. But it's like not even done that bad. It's like, it's not even it's not even that, it's not like distasteful or anything. It's kind of interesting. But obviously Playmate of the Year is super catchy. Just a ton of super catchy tracks on here. But I gotta go and give a shout out to a couple of Ollie's awesome lyrics are on Playmate of the Year, which is got rhymes like Jennifer Lopez got ass, slap the backboard like Shaq because I dunk off a pass. And then my other one I've got here is you are the plug, God. I am the socket, you are the block, and I've come to rock it. It's so these are sometimes like Ollie stuff is just fine. Like it's just kind of like a little generic kind of like hype stuff that he's building up. And sometimes it's legitimately good. Other times it's just, I don't know what it was. He's just like, yeah, I got rhymes like Jennifer Lopez got ass. It's like, it's just bizarre. It's bonkers, but it's fun. It's of the time. I enjoy it. I'm going S tier with John.
There we go.
So, and Immortal Coil Kyle. Oh, totally Kyle.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of Totally Kyle, like that sounds like a teen drama show or something. the way you just say it, and
it's feel like character from the Amanda Show. And so Drake Bell played him. Sorry, go ahead.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the production on this album is way more bright and poppy. Yeah, and it feels like it's like the intro of a teen drama or something from the 90s to me.
Definitely.
But that being said, like as much as I feel like I wanted to hate this one, but the songs are just so catchy that I just like was bopping along and like had them stuck in my head. Even though I'm Money, like at first I was like, what is going on with this song?
It's so corny. It's catchy though. It was stuck in my head.
It's so it's good. It's good. So yeah, like I don't have too much bad to say. And like also I don't know if you guys listen to Autumn and His Package too much, but like some of like the synths on here just remind me so much of Autumn and His Package, especially on like Subtract You, The Hell That Is My Life.
Is that your Canadian coming through? What are you calling it? Autumn?
Yeah, I said
it's Adam.
I said Adam.
Oh, right, it's Adam. It's Adam. Yeah. It's just no. I don't think that's a Canadian thing. It's just a super Cal thing.
It's a you thing.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna put this in my A tier. So I don't like it quite as much as you guys, but it's definitely up there.
No, it's totally fine. It's a good one, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, like it really it's a fun, especially driving around in the summer. I was like super stressed out at work. This was just like a fun thing to come on. Like I'm Money. When you first hear it, it sounds like it's the worst song ever, and then you're like, oh no, this is kind of the best song. Like this song's kind of awesome.
It's probably one of my favorites on here.
It's almost like circus music. It reminds me of when I get it starts. Yeah. Like you picture someone like juggling or something. Yeah.
Everybody. because I'm money. It's good. But we've got next here is the shift from kind of fun pop punk, hip hop funk thing into kind of what Zebrahead is just going to do from here on out. But we still have Justin. So what you hear here is basically what Zebrahead is going to sound like for the rest of the time we're talking about them. So this is a way more shift into kind of the like 2000s, early 2000s pop punk sound, maybe a little dark, a little different and stuff like that. But I guess I'll start us off here with this one. And I mean, I love MFZB. I remember burning it, never bought it, burned it and listened to it nonstop. Falling Apart is really good. It's got a lot of just like really fun, really strong choruses too. Like Justin has some really strong, like Rescue Me. Like this really, it feels like this should have been a bigger album than it really was, because I feel like this just never got the traction that it kind of could have. Maybe it should have came out a little earlier, but I almost feel like this had the potential to be like their breakthrough record. It just never really did, but it's got a lot of great stuff. Hello Tomorrow is really good. I mean, I feel like it's just an all around super catchy, super solid pop punk record. And I would say Ollie there's not as many corny lyrics in this, just kind of like generic kind of hype stuff. But I do want to say one of my favorites from Ollie on this one is on the song Blur. And it's just like in the background. Like he does like two different things where he'll do like the hardcore rapping thing, and then he'll also just do like, I'm going to be in the background repeating insane stuff during the chorus. And this is when he just kind of does one of those, but it's off of Blur, and it goes, it's all a blur. It's all a blur. It's all a blur, like a picture. And I'm like listening to this, and I'm like, is Ollie just really bad at taking photos? Is like all of his pictures that he takes blurry? like why is he just associating blur with picture? He goes, yeah, it's a blur. Kind of like when you take a picture, it's always blurry. And they're like, what, Ollie? Are you just like, what are you like?
I never thought about that.
Are you like waving your phone around or something? Or like, how are you taking pictures, man? He goes, when you move real fast to try to, make dynamic photos, and it's all blurry.
He doesn't understand the saying. He doesn't understand the saying. Take a picture, it'll last longer. For him, he's like, "What do you mean?
What are you talking about?" He's so all of his photos he's ever taken in his life are blurry.
He just had to wait a little longer. Back then, it was Polaroids. Probably he just had to wait a couple minutes, and then it's not blurry anymore. Come on, Ollie.
That's right. He probably pulled it out. And he was like, "This picture, I can't see anything." And he throws it on.
It's blurry. It's blurry. Yeah,
it's blur. It's all a blur, just like a picture. And I'm like, what pictures are you taking, dude? But this is fun. I've listened to this like nonstop in the car when I was younger. This is a great entry level kind of fun pop punk punk record. I'm putting it in my S tier. So, and we'll go to Kyle. We'll go to Kyle.
Okay, yeah. So honestly, I liked this one a lot. I like the more like heavier kind of pop punk sound to it. Kind of reminds me more of like Taking Back Sunday or Newfound Glory on this one, whereas the other ones, like the last one, kind of is more like a Mest or
definitely,
that kind of pop punk. I hate that Hello Tomorrow song. Like I hate it so much. Yeah, man. Every time I was like, oh my god, well, this is the worst. But it's the most popular song on the album. Yeah, it just boggles my mind. Maybe it's just me, but yeah,
Hello,
I could not get into that.
Goodbye to yesterday. Is it just like you don't like the way he sings the chorus or something? I feel like it's not a bad song.
Yeah, no, everything. I hated the whole thing. Yeah, it just reminded me. It was like a Green Day parody or something, like a really bad Green Day.
I hear it. I hear it. The American Idiot. It does sound like an American Idiot song. Now that you say that.
Yeah, exactly. American Idiot. But my favorite part of this album, though, is that I was like, what does MFZB stand for? And then I had to look it up. And I was like, motherfucking Zebrahead. And then I was like, what's the B, though? Oh, the B's for bitch. Motherfucking Zebrahead, bitch. So that alone is putting it in the S tier for me.
Hell yeah.
You know what? I actually forgot about the bitch part. I do remember that. I thought they were just shortening zebra to be ZB.
Yeah, and you were saying, this one didn't really pop off, but in Japan, I think this was the biggest one.
It was big. This is big. Yeah.
Something about them in Japan. Yeah,
I mean, it was a big record. It just felt like it didn't go to the heights where it felt like pop punk was at the time. But I will say, we talked to John was like blown away by how many monthly listeners that Zebrahead has on Spotify in comparison to a lot of the bands we talk about on here. And like you said, it got super big in Japan, and that's when basically Zebrahead realized they have a huge Japanese audience, and they have like so much exclusive like Japanese merch and stuff like that, like exclusive records just for the Japanese audience, and they tour there all the time. So they were like certified rock stars in Japan. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's
kind of strange, like what catches on in different places. And so, but John,
all right,
what are you doing with motherfucking Zebrahead, bitch?
We're gonna make this. This is gonna be an S all the way across the board. Yeah, MFZB, the name of their fan club, which I was definitely a part of. I had the yellow one. I think there's definitely a blue one. I think there was maybe one other color. I had all of them, and yeah, this was honestly, guys, this was like deceptively big. Like there were casual pop punk fans who had this CD based on Hello Tomorrow, which was somewhere, yes. But I do agree with Kyle. Like for me, like I don't like Strength either, and Hello Tomorrow I'm like okay on, but like I think Blur, Into You, Falling Apart, those like that's where it's at for me. And even like like Type A, you get like the first instance of like hardcore in like a Zebrahead song and like a little bit of Falling Apart, but like I feel like this is their lone album that I can no skip. Like I can put this on and get all the way through it, and
I agree.
Yeah, so I'd say it's surprisingly solid. Like it's kind of like you listen to every single song and it just goes through and you're like, that was a good time.
Yeah. So, the setup is the other one that's got like a little bit of the heavier stuff. But I think Playmate of the Year has like a little bit more character. Like you guys said, this is definitely like their most pop punk, and it's definitely the template for every other record. But so I would go Playmate 1. But I think this has the most consistency across the board. But it's still like by far my number 2. Not even, there's a huge gap between S and A for me on Zebrahead.
All right. Well, we're going to go here, and we have now a lineup change where Justin and Ali, they were just having creative differences. Who knows what those creative differences were? Maybe Justin wanted Ali to stop, just
stop rapping. Yeah.
He's like, can you just stop rapping? Let's just do pop punk. And Ali's like, no, I need to say a few things every once in a while. Like, let's go. But they picked up a new singer, which was Matty Lewis, and I think overall he does a pretty good job at taking Justin's place. Justin's the best singer in my opinion. But Kyle, we'll start with you here and talk about Broadcast to the World.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like I feel like Justin just made the other albums way better. But nothing against Maddie here. This album though, it feels like it's less rappy. Like it's more just the songs feel more consistent. There's not like this variation where like the other ones are throwing these random like reggae songs and stuff like that. I also just feel like this album is kind of the start of where their music starts sounding like they're villains in a kid's TV show.
Yes.
and Shadow the Hedgehog intro music.
That's what I was just about to say. So then I looked it up, and they did the intro to the Sonic the Hedgehog game from 2006, I guess.
Yes, they did.
Yeah. So I mean, somebody else thought it, but I mean, it could have also been their Japanese audience, right? Sega, Japan. So, but yeah, overall, I thought it was good. I feel like all the songs were pretty well consistent. So yeah, I'm putting this one in my A tier as well.
All right. A tier for Broadcast to the World. And John, what are you broadcasting to the world?
Yeah, just one more thing on MFZB too. Like I made very little notes and I'm skipping what I did say, but if you listen to a lot of the lyrics on MFZB, you could see how much they hated each other, like Maddie and Ali. And then watch the Show Must Go Off, the Kung Fu DVD. They're like, they don't interact whatsoever, and when they do, they're talking over each other. It's just like, it's like reality TV as a concert. Like, go if you're a Zebrahead fan, or a
Major
drama
beef.
fan, go watch the Show Must Go Off. It's like the most uncomfortable concert I've ever seen. But yeah,
That's
with
awesome.
Broadcast to the World, I feel like it's the best Maddie album, but it just feels like there's no chemistry yet. It just feels like Ali sings and then it's like very much like a stark cut, and then Maddie like
Yeah.
They do that on the other ones, but there was flow with Ali into Justin. This just feels so abrupt from the verses to the choruses. But Broadcast to the World, Radio You for Ugly, Back to Normal is a good song. It's decent. Like, I feel like this is fine, but it's definitely, I feel like Justin is a way, way better frontman than Maddie. But yeah, I'm going to go A on this one. So you could see how this Zebrahead tier list, what I said in the beginning, is kind of flowing for all three of us. Like, this is going to be a very top heavy tier list, but yeah, I'm going to go A, Broadcast to the World.
Yeah, I would say personally, I think this is the second strongest Maddie record. I think it's a pretty good transition. Like, I think Maddie does a pretty good job at still writing some really catchy choruses. But I agree with John and Immortal Coil. The rapping part is starting to feel almost like out of place and kind of forced into a pop punk band more than naturally kind of flowing together. And that is kind of the start like this. I think they do correct it a little bit in some later records, but this is definitely like, here's the pop punk part. Now here's the rapping part. Now here's the pop punk part. And it's the formula and the structure of every song is basically exactly the same. But I mean, if you're just kind of looking for, I don't know, like pop punk hype music, like almost like gym music, I feel like this like does like a good job of just kind of being like, kind of like fun, you know, just very simple, like something very simple to put on. And it's got some killer songs. Like Anthem, I really do think is like a really good single and a really catchy song. Also, they do Upstroke, so Zebrahead is a certified ska band. Postcards from Hell is I think really good. I want to say like Lobotomy for Dummies and Broadcast to the World, obviously. So I think it's like a fun record, and this is the Zebrahead I was introduced to. Like I listened to the Broadcast and the next record Phoenix before anything else, so I do have kind of like a nostalgia for this. It was like a pretty fun thing to listen to when I was like 16 and 17, maybe a little less now. But I'm gonna put Broadcast to the World in my B tier. I think it's a pretty solid, fun pop punk record, if a little generic and not super special. But there is some lyrics, of course. The lyrics for Ali get a little less fun and corny and just a little bit more generic. But he does have one. He goes like, I got a girlfriend, and only she don't know it yet. I got a 6-string best friend who sleeps with a broken neck. Actually, not a bad line. But then he's just like, I want to make my mark, change the world with this flow. But all of this doubt in my head, it won't let me go. And that's just kind of like what Ali does from here on out. He just kind of just says just random like hype stuff. It's like, they're trying to hold me back, but I'm going to rise. Like, get up, get up. We're going to give it our best. My rhymes and my flow will put them to the test. Like, that's basically all he does from here on out. Not much super special about it. Not anything super funny either. So it's just kind of like, here's the Ali part. But yeah, sorry. We're done with that there. But I guess we'll move on to the next record here, which is going to be Phoenix. And John, go ahead and talk about Phoenix here.
Yeah, I know you like this one, but yeah, this is. Yeah. I mean, you could see right away. I'll just point out the Fall Out Boy impact with the song title names. All of a sudden, everybody's doing this, but I don't know, man. Like, I feel like this is more cohesive as an album than Broadcast. Like, it definitely feels like, okay, like there is some more chemistry, but I just feel like the songs just aren't as good. Like, Mental Health is okay. Hell yeah. I'm trying to see, like, nothing else. Oh, Be Careful What You Wish For is a good one. But I think this is a notch below Broadcast to the World. And I went in the Zebrahead subreddit or some subreddit, and like everybody loves this one. So you're not alone. But I'm gonna go B with Phoenix. Like, I just feel like it's fine. Like, it's better than the stuff coming up later, but it's still like just dipping down for me.
I'll just go next year. And I feel like when this is the first Zebrahead record that I purchased, And I purchased at the exact same time I got, I think, Suicide Machines, War Profiteering is Killing Us All. Like, I remember buying those two albums the exact same time. And I bumped both of those records, like, pretty nonstop. Like, I remember the guy at the record store introduced this to me. I remember he was, like, into pop punk and stuff. He's like, "When you check this out," and he played the first song, which is HMP. And I, honestly, still to this day, I feel like it's a pretty banger. It's a pretty hype opening track. It's pretty fun. And yeah, I think it just has a lot of more variety than Broadcast had, even though some of it gets maybe a little corny. Like, hell yeah, it's like it's fun, but it's not like, you know, it's not like that interesting of a song. Hell yeah, we want control. It's just okay, my heart and my soul, just pretty generic stuff. But you know, Juggernauts, I think it's a cool switch up. I remember showing the song Juggernauts to somebody, and they were like, "Oh, they're kind of like Good Charlotte." And I remember getting like so offended in high school, be like, "No, they're like nothing like Good Charlotte. What are you talking about? Like, don't sound anything like Good Charlotte. Like, this is like real music, dude. What are you talking about?" I remember getting like so pissed off, and I'm like, yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, Good Charlotte could have wrote that song.
Yes, yeah.
So, but overall, I think it's like, you know, Mike Dexter is God, the Junkie, and the Halo. I think there's a lot of just like really fun hype songs in here that elevate it just a little bit more than Broadcast for me. So I'm putting Phoenix in my A tier. And Immortal Coil, Phoenix.
All right, so I'm going to start talking about Juggernauts right from the start here.
Go ahead.
That song, it sounds like it's like for a broadcast news, or like the intro for an Olympic event. Like, they're like,
"No, bro,
coming up next on the downhill."
Like, you know what it sounds like?
Trust me, I did it a bunch of times over it. So
it sounds like the Home Depot theme song. Look up the Home Depot theme song. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it just feels like corporate, like, background music.
It does, actually. You're right. That's pretty funny.
Like, I could be waiting to complain about my phone bill to that or something. But but the opening track is pretty awesome, and honestly, it kind of sounds like a leftover crack intro at first. Like,
I know, right? Come to the show.
And then it kind of dips out later. But I think my favorites was Death by Disco. Just the Tip is good. I feel like ever since you guys did that Ghost video, I think it's Divine Hammer, or no, that's a Breeder song. What's the Hammer song you guys listen to? Do you know what I'm talking
about? I don't
remember. That's the same guitar riff for sure.
Ghost stole Zebrahead's guitar riff, confirmed. Honestly, the Ghost fans have some explaining to do. So,
but yeah, I think here on out, like, I'm mostly just basing my picks on the ones that there was the least amount of annoying songs, and this one had the least. So I'm going with my beat. This is my first beat here.
We're just going straight down.
Yeah,
we haven't even touched C and D yet.
I'm just like the guy on the cover. Although the Phoenix should be rising, I guess. Never mind.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's so much like pump up the volume, rise up on here. It's like, dude, if you're like at the gym or trying to bike a marathon, Zebrahead would be great to, because you're never going to give up. They won't let you.
Well, you'd want to be over. You'd want to win the race as fast as possible, so you could turn it off, right?
You're like, oh, I need to get to the finish line so I can stop listening to Zebrahead. All right, so next up we've got what I consider is like the final of this kind of like original Maddie trilogy of all these records that sound basically the same, just like very slight variations. We've got Get Nice, and I guess I'm going to be the one starting to talk about Get Nice here. Get Nice is probably the weakest of these three, but it's still better than what's to come, honestly. Like, it's not the strongest. It's definitely a downgrade from Broadcast and Phoenix, but it still has some good stuff. Like, you know, Blackout's a good intro. Ricky Bobby's a fun song. Galileo was Wrong, I remember liking. And so there's definitely like some fun tracks here, but it also contains like what I consider like the worst Zebrahead song, which is She Don't Want to Rock, which is absolutely terrible. It's like one of the most generic, awful songs I've ever heard. Like, it actually gives me a headache when I hear it. It's like the one that like Zebrahead is like the master of corny, but that one is just like way too much. Where it's just like, did you like expect this to be like a hit or something? Do you think like the football teams are going to come out to this one or something? I don't know what it is, but I mean, in comparison, you know what? I'm still going to put it in my C tier. Actually, I think Get Nice is decent. It's nice. It's all right, but I actually feel like a later one I like a little better. And so. We'll go to Kyle.
I hated this one the most. So this is going right into my D tier.
Yes. Okay.
You hated this one the most?
Yes.
Yeah, like every time it would come on in the playlist of all the albums, like it's like I could just feel it in the core of my body. Like I just started to wince. Like I was like, oh, why is this so bad all of a sudden?
Yeah.
And like,
look, this is definitely a drop off. I didn't think it was the worst one though. I think there's another one way worse. That's kind of bizarre to me because maybe it's just because of what is it called? Stockholm Syndrome, because I had this in my CD player. It's one of my few CDs for a while. But sorry, continue.
Yeah, maybe that's it. But I don't know. There's just something about like the vocals on this album just feel whinier or like really, really whiny. I don't know.
Sure.
I could not get into it. And yeah, like she don't want to rock. Like that alone puts it in the D tier.
That's fair. That's fair. That's like one of the worst songs I've ever heard. So.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Yeah, was not a fan of this one.
Was not a fan. John, you agree with?
Yes.
You think it's the worst?
I agree.
One?
I agree with Kyle. Like I could have said everything he said like verbatim, and I am on the same page. I think Galileo Was Wrong is the lone good track on this whole album. But like, yeah, She Don't Want to Rock is like their like attempt at like an Offspring goofy song, and there's to me there's more than just that are like egregiously bad. It's their worst album, and I've said it before. I'm not a fan of the new singer, and we'll get into that later. But like, this is far and away the worst Zebrahead full length album. I think. I'm with Kyle. This is his D tier.
That's blowing me away because there's one that I think is absolutely worse. But
yeah, this album, this sucks. Yeah, D tier.
That's crazy. I feel like Ricky Bobby's not even that bad.
I think Ricky Bobby's bad, dude. It's
There's a cool solo in Ricky Bobby. I wrote that down as a note.
Yeah, see, they guitar solo. Oh, you guys are talking about Get Nice is not that bad. I'd like to fit it in my C tier album against your D tier. Like, hey guys, it's at least a C tier.
Like they're like Get Nice. We're like, no, we're not.
Next up, we've got what looks like a Drowning Pool album cover. Got Zebrahead, Call Your Friends. Which is so after Get Nice and the album Panty Raid, which was the cover of all the different like popular pop songs, I basically like kind of checked out of Zebrahead. I was listening to other stuff, so I going through and listening to Call Your Friends, and basically everything at this point was pretty fresh for me. Like I've never really listened to Call Your Friends, but we'll start with Kyle here for Call Your Friends. What did you think of this one?
So this is the first album with Dan Palmer joining the band from Death by Stereo.
Okay.
And if you've ever seen them live, he's the guy with the very nice mustache.
Okay.
Yeah, and he looks like a Sonic the Hedgehog villain. He looks like he could be Dr. Robotnik.
He looks like Jim Carrey's portrayal.
Exactly, right? So I could totally see why they wanted him in the band. They're like,
Ollie's got like the Sonic the Hedgehog spiked hair, so it makes sense. Yeah. They're all just Sonic hair. Need somebody with dreads to be Knuckles. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, maybe that's a later album when they start playing ska. But I don't know. This album was okay. I don't. There was a couple really like more catchy songs again that kind of brought me back into this. Like, kind of reminded me more of the early stuff. What did I have here for my favorites? Like Public Enemy #1, Born to Lose, Don't Believe the Hype. But yeah, overall, I mean, it's just okay. So I'm putting this in my B tier.
Really, I don't know. This was one that I thought was one of the worst ones. Like I thought this was like, I guess it's like, I guess we'll go to John next. I'm sorry. Yeah.
You're good.
Go ahead, John.
No, I'm with Kyle. Like, this is gonna be my other B tier album. I mean, when you see the album cover, you're like, okay, they brought back the tits. You know, we got the scantily clad woman on the cover. We're getting back to what Zebrahead's all about, and which is kind of true. Like, this feels very like closer to like Broadcast to the World than the other stuff did. But like Kyle shouted out the songs I like. I also think like Murder on the Airwaves is good, and I think Automatic totally sounds like a Broadcast to the World song. But yeah, to me, this is like a little bit of a course correct. They go back to what people like about Zebrahead, but it's still. I said this to you guys. It still feels like a band influenced by Zebrahead and not like an actual band. But I think sonically, this may be the best sounding album of the later stuff. I think like the production on this one's really, really good. So it's gonna hold it down in the B tier, but it's my BC is very fluid, and then it could change at any point. But yeah, let's go B on Call Your Friends.
Yeah, I thought Call Your Friends was definitely one of the weaker albums of the newer stuff. That's kind of crazy that you guys like this so much. Just to me, it definitely sounds like they're trying to redo the kind of old Zebrahead sound a little bit, more of like the pop punk stuff. But to me, it just sounds so kind of like, I don't know, way too generic at this point. Like even more so than the other stuff, where I felt like Broadcast through Get Nice at least had kind of like a certain personality to it. This one I really feels like is, like you said, like a band trying to performatively be Zebrahead, even though there is some catchy songs on it. Like you said, Sirens, I think the opening track is really good. Murder on the Airways, when I have down Born to Lose. Like there's some fine tracks in here. I just kind of felt like every single track kind of bled together and none of them had like a distinct personality. Where Get Nice, even though I think it's definitely a big fall off from Phoenix and Broadcast, I felt like it at least had a little more diversity to make the songs stand out a little bit, even if those standout songs were not very good. So, but honestly, the whole album bled together for me. I was not a huge fan of Call Your Friends, but I'll still put it in the C tier. I thought it's not as bad as some stuff that that goes on later. So I think it's decent. So, oh yeah, I think I do have a lyric written down from this. But like I said, Ollie, at this point, none of it's funny. It's all just like really generic, weird stuff. Yeah, like mic check 1 2, firewall breaking through, Molotovs are falling, pump up the volume. Like that's that's his lyrics. Like I love this thing. Grab a beer, throw it back, take a hit, talking smack, party, yeah, like the party. Like
doesn't it feel at times they're just cosplaying like a tough guy or something?
Yeah, they're at an anime convention pretending to be Zebra. That's why I didn't like this one. I felt like it was even more. I was just noticing like how it feels like this is like phoned in as hell, but that's all. So we'll go ahead and move on to the next Zebrahead record here, which is going to be, what is it? It's Walk the Plank, right?
Yeah, Walk the Plank.
Walk the Plank. And John, we'll have you start with Walk the Plank. What a pretty cool album cover, I'll say that. So
yeah, thematically very cool. And again, another one that I saw in that subreddit that people like this. And Elliot, I'm assuming this is the one that you're talking about, because this is a tough one to get through for me. Like it just feels the most goofy out of all of them.
This one sucks. I hate this one.
Like I was trying to get into it. This is the one I was listening to this morning after I saw that people kind of like it. And like Worse Than This and like Head Rush, like they kind of feel like they could have been popular, but I don't like either one of those songs. I don't know if there's a single song on here that I actually like. So, but with all that said, I think it's still gonna end up in the C tier, just because there's something like that they do later on that I just cannot get behind at all. But yeah, let's go C on this one.
All right, we'll have let's see here. I'll go next here. Walk the Plank. It's, I don't know. I guess I was expecting a little bit more of like a thematic thing going on here. I guess they do a couple things that kind of sound piratey at one point. I can't remember which song it is, but not too much. Like I really think the only ones I can even think about is like Who Brings a Knife to a Gunfight is like the intro, Head Rush, and Running with Wolves. Like the only ones I can even think of as being like slightly a standout. But yeah, there's a bunch of just like goofy bad songs on this thing, and this seems to be like a pretty popular record by them too. So I was pretty blown away by how much I just didn't like this one at all. Where Call Your Friends, I felt like was just kind of boring and generic. Walk the Plank, I feel like is genuinely kind of just bad at times, like really bad. I'm trying to think of what it was. Under the Deep Blue Sea, something. They had some weird fucking sounding songs on this one. Also, just a continuation with just some of the most boring and terrible lyrics. Actually, I will say this: Ollie brings back really bad lyrics on this one, so I do kind of like that. Where he goes, I'm a bad fish served on a cold dish, never going to get it right because I'm high and I'm foolish. I'll never fit in no matter where I'm sitting. If the story's got a hero, then I guess I'm the villain. Oh. And
there we go.
Yeah.
They're admitting it.
Kyle called it. Yeah.
They are. They're villains, dude. He's like, yeah, I am Dr. Robotnik.
Well, even that album art looks like the Hydra head, right?
Yeah.
Marvel.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. They are. They're Hail Hydra, dude. Yeah. So, I mean, also they have another one, which is all killer, no filler, psycho thriller, drank it all, but I drank too much. I think I sprained my liver. So he sprained his liver by drinking too much. Then he has another one, cutting down bullshit feces pieces into smaller slivers. Better make some room because I'm a motherfucking heavy hitter. It's really like, it's like Chat GPT. Ask Chat GPT to write a rap song, and that's basically what Ollie is vomiting on these like later Zebrahead records. It's like absolutely insane that this is just, they just don't care. Like I guess they're just like, say whatever, Ollie. It's the rap part. It's our gimmick. We have to have you say something. We can't not have Ollie just say some random shit. So keep up the gimmick. But Kyle, what'd you think of Walk the? Oh, I'm sorry, D tier. Put that shit in the D tier. Kyle, what'd you think of Walk the Plank?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like the change in the sound. It's like they just heard System of a Down for the first time. There's kind of this weird,
I can see that some of the riffs and
going
stuff,
on.
Right? Yeah.
And then I was also thinking like they're like, we need somebody with original thoughts, so they hired like Andrew WK to write some of these lyrics. Like the first one is like, we're gonna party. And I was like, Andrew WK must have been involved in this for sure. And then track number 8, Walk the Plank. They do this whisper vocals, and like anytime
is that what it is? That might be the one I'm talking about. That's fucking weird as shit.
It probably is. Yeah, like anytime there's whisper vocals, like the only band I think that kind of gets away with it is the Deftones.
Yeah,
but to me, the whispering is super cringe. Yeah, I don't know.
You don't like when Zebrahead whispers into your ear?
No, definitely not.
I gotta hear this for a second. I gotta remember now.
Yeah, I think the whole song is mostly whispering. Yeah, no, I was.
Oh yeah, dude. They're like 10 years too late for the whisper hardcore thing.
Yeah, it always feels like they're like taking little bits and pieces from random songs. Like I even hear like Op Ivy in the second song, like the vocal melody sounds just like an Op.
You hear Op Ivy in this?
Yeah, I know.
I don't know about that one.
I don't know where that's at, but I'm sure it's somewhere. I'm sure. So,
but yeah, this is going in my C tier. Surprisingly, I think there's one that's worse than this. But
me and Kyle, like our lists are almost identical.
Yeah,
it does. Okay. If only he put Playmate in S, he'd have identical lists.
and you know what? I did have it. That was the one I struggled, I think, the most with.
You could have matched John.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next Zebrahead record, which is Brain Invaders, which I think Kyle is going to start us talking.
Sure.
No,
let's
who started with
I
just do it.
It don't matter. Go ahead. Kyle, talk about Brain Invaders.
All right. So I think this is them fulfilling their true like cartoon villain mission here. Even they're being zoomed up into space. They have an effect for it right at the beginning there. This is the only album I have a yikes written down multiple times on the songs. The first one is I Won't Let You Down. Huge yikes. Huge yikes on that song. There's a
yikesing.
All caps, yeah.
Yikes.
Did you guys hear it on We're Not All Right? That's the 4th song on the album. It's just Man Overboard by Blink-182. Like it is that song basically. And then this is the first album I think where they have horns.
Yes.
So there's a ska song. So that was surprising.
Yeah, they had upstrokes before. So
but no horns.
Yeah, sort of, but not.
Oh,
not the
horns! My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's actually it's like Jason Freeze is in the band at this point, who's Josh Freeze's brother. But yeah, and Chasing the Sun, it sounds like Disney Palace music. Like it could be in Aladdin. I don't know.
You're right. It does sound like every time I just think of the Shadow the Hedgehog game, which is like the edgiest Sonic game. It does sound like this could be the soundtrack to the Shadow the Hedgehog game, like pretty easily. That's pretty funny. I hear it. Some of them do sound like video game level music, like the riffs and stuff. And so I agree. But that's what makes this record awesome, dude. No, go ahead. Where you putting it?
Yeah, no, this is going to my D tier. Yeah,
D tier.
I can't stand behind this one at all.
I'll go next. I'm the opposite. I agree. This is cartoon, video game, music. And it's kind of just really fun, honestly. I kind of like this. I kind of like Brain Invaders a lot. It's like put it in my B tier. It's not going to D. I find Brain Invaders just like charmingly fun. It's just like, also, I feel like the production's pretty good on this thing. And sometimes sometimes the songs just go like really hard, and I'm like, you know what? This is corny. This is kind of cliche, but this is so much better than Walk the Plank and Call Your Friends. Like this just feels like they're having fun. They're writing like goofy songs. They've got like just kind of like I feel like Ollie's rapping is a lot more like a hardcore vocalist style in this one, and not just like a randomly in a fucking pop punk song. So honestly, I feel like this shift in sound for them, even though it's still just very corny, but I feel like it's really strong. I feel like All My Friends Are Nobodies is like one of the strongest songs they've written since like, I don't know, like Phoenix. So I think it like pretty easy. I would actually put this on level with Broadcast of the World. I think it's a pretty fun album. So I'm going to go in the B tier. And John, what are you doing with Brain Invaders?
I had it in the B tier until this morning. I swapped it out with Call Your Friends, and I'm looking at the track list. I'm probably closer to Elliot than Kyle. Like I like When Both Sides Suck. I like All My Friends Are Nobodies. I like Party on the Dance Floor. Mm-hmm. But it's like it does feel like a parody band at this point. Like what you guys are saying. Like it just feels like a band that plays like county fairs and stuff at this point. It doesn't feel like authentic. It doesn't feel I don't know. It just so commercial and stuff at this point, which I guess is fine. I mean, it is what it is. They're like a stadium band in Japan. But I ended up settling in the this C tier, but this like cluster, like I've been saying, like it's just interchangeable. Like I'd rarely listen to any of them, but I mean this one's fine. I'd say it's leaps and bounds better than Walk the Plank. So yeah, let's go C tier.
Okay, and we're moving on to the final Zebrahead record here, which is 3-2. What is this? So 1, 2, 3?
I think it's
the name of this album.
I think it's 3-2-1. I don't have this album cover saved actually, so I gotta clip this. But
it's all good. 3-2-1. So it's a combination of like 5 EPs, right?
Three EPs.
Three
EPs. 2,
I don't
know
why I said 5. That thing came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like that was the most. I had no reason to say 5. But John, what do you think of 3-2-1?
I really don't like this new vocalist. It just feels like they went back to like MySpace style vocals. It just doesn't fit the style at all.
That's what I had written down. Like it sounds like a MySpace band that everyone would be hyping up back in the day.
I don't get. We went from Justin to somebody who sounds pretty close to Justin. Like I could see it, and then now it's like, why are we back in 2008? Like this, it just doesn't fit. But
scaring kid vocals.
Yes. Oh, totally. Like, honestly, I feel like this sound, the like tonality of this is pretty solid. And I didn't think the songs were awful, but I don't really like Ali as a vocalist. And then you chuck this other guy in who I definitely don't like as a vocalist. So this was really tough for me to enjoy. And truthfully, I didn't listen to the entirety of these songs because I kind of got the vibe of it. I knew like this is not for me. So I ended up putting this in the D tier.
Well, Kyle, go ahead and go next. What do you think of 3, 2, 1, man?
Yeah, I think this was the one I probably listened to the least, but if you were to like split this, I think into the EPs, I think 1 is probably the worst of them. Like it's like they feel more like dancey pop songs or something is going on with those. Whereas 2 and 3 feel more like Broadcast to the World, more of that like harder pop punk sound. And I honestly didn't mind those ones that much. I didn't think it was as bad as some of the other albums. So this is going in my C tier. Yeah, no big opinions. Nothing too offensive here, other than maybe those first couple songs.
I don't know. We're the only people ever talking about this album.
Yeah,
yeah. There's nobody else with a Zebrahead tier list. I guarantee you. So, but yeah, honestly, I think keeping this going the D tier, honestly, call your friends and even Get Nice to a degree could almost be swapped down in place of it. Where I feel like I don't like some of the new vocalist when he goes into like the really emo MySpace sounding stuff, or like Fall Out Boy almost, where it's almost sounds like he's trying too hard, or just like tone it back, dude. It's Zebrahead, all right? You don't need to go all out here, all right? Just give us a catchy pop punk chorus. We don't need to hear, your throat, melodies going way too high and anything like that. You don't need to be a big singer, all right? So I don't think he's doing too much, but I think the record sounds really good, though.
Yeah.
So I will say that. And some of the guitar riffs are really solid on this thing. So I think that kind of elevates it. Especially after, I think, that kind of going through like Get Nice, Call Your Friends, and Walk the Plank is like such a horrible experience that when I originally listened to it, I thought this was like not that bad overall, but going back to it, I think I'd still put it in the D tier, though it's debatable. It could be better than Call Your Friends, honestly, but Walk the Plank is still my least favorite. I like this better than Walk the Plank personally. So, but that's it.
Man,
it's done.
I did not expect this to be an hour-long video. I was totally wrong.
Sorry, man. I yapped way too much about too much Zebrahead stuff. It was a good time. Yeah. So, so all 10 of you watching at this point, thank you for tuning in to view us talk about passionately defend Zebrahead. Kyle, big fan, has been a fan since he was 5 years old. John, he likes every record, so so he puts him in the top 5 band. Right? Obviously, we're all big Zebrahead. We're all big Zebrahead heads. So that's what we are. Don't forget to comment down below. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to go to punkrockradar.limitedrun.com. John is selling all sorts of merch. He's got records. He's got t-shirts. He's got cassettes. He's got anything new you want to promote, John, before we wrap up the Zebrahead video?
Skateboard bundle and stickers.
Nice. That's right. That's right. Hell yeah. So check out the skateboard bundle and the stickers. So all 9 of you watching. 8, 7. Okay, they're dropping off. Let's get out of here, dude. Peace out, dudes.